Here comes EA Games!
I need offline backup and a CD-ROM drive.
Welcome to the channel, everyone. This video brings you all the hot details and answers from the questions you all have asked me. This is my first AMA. This first question is from Chad. If you could support any charity, which one would you pick? Well, honestly, I thought a lot about this one, and I would probably pick the Gary Sinise Foundation because there have been a lot of members of my own family who have served in the military as well as public service. My grandfather served 20 years in the military and was also a volunteer police officer while he worked for General Motors. So the fact that Gary Sinise Foundation covers all who serve the country, foreign and domestic, is why it would be the best pick for me to support. And coming in with the second question is from Borat. If you had one opportunity to do a collaboration with any YouTube creator, who would it be and why? And what game would you play? This has changed for me since I first started, honestly. That being said, since I have been doing this for a year and a half at this point, I would say it would be really cool to do a collaboration with Neebs Gaming, considering a lot of what I do with the Wrecking Crew and other collaborations are kind of inspired by them. I used to watch them all the way back when they first started Battlefield Friends, and let's be honest, that shit was hilarious. And they still are. As for what game, I don't know. They play a lot of the same games that I play. Probably Valheim or 7 Days to Die would be fun. All right, the third question comes from Ramcross. How many links does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, he says. Well, how many links? I don't know, but how many licks? It would vary as everyone's lick would be different, so I guess the answer would be unknown. The third question comes in from Success Gaming. He says, who is your biggest inspiration on YouTube? Also, who/what made you want to start producing YouTube content if those answers aren't one and the same? I would have to say this has also changed a lot. I would say my biggest inspiration is smaller content creators because a good majority of them still have heart and soul in their content as opposed to some of these bigger creators who over time have developed a personality as interesting as my big toe. But one of the final nails in the coffin that kind of pushed me to kind of start doing this would probably have to be Roberto Blake. A very, very decent sized YouTube creator. He really knows his stuff and he's very helpful once you're monetized, how to go beyond that and make whatever you're doing into a business if that's the route you want to go. He's also full of advice, helpful tips, and he's always out trying to give some details to any upcoming creators that are kind of looking for answers that don't know where to look. And this last one is from Zolas, one of my longtime friends. We've been playing Battlefield since 2005 together. It's been a long time, buddy. And he says, how do you get to be so awesome? And how has becoming a content creator on YouTube and being monetized changed your views on how creators are getting exposure through the platform? Well, I appreciate the compliment, but it is probably how I was born. Being a monetized creator on the platform kind of opened my eyes on how difficult yet so simple in some ways it can be to get some outreach. A lot of new content creators romanticize this idea of being a creator, but do not realize ad revenue will never replace the income of a full-time job. Yet, I see new creators literally exhausting themselves pumping out one video every single day if they can. Honestly, you have to give the algorithm enough data on your channel to figure out who should be viewing your content, but that content should be of the same type of thing as the last successful video you made. After a while, you'll have to slow down, though, because you cannot keep up the unrealistic pace, and trust me when I tell you, the audience, that does watch you does understand that you have a life, just as, you know, when you don't get a ton of views and right after your video goes live, the creator has to realize then that the audience too also has a life. And if they want to watch it, they know where to go when they're ready. I could do a whole video on how gaming creators can get exposure on this platform, but yeah, that's for another time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed listening and seeing the magnificent Command & Conquer General Zero gameplay in the background on my Windows 7 gaming laptop, because EA won't let me play it on their EA app, even though it's there digitally for me to download, but won't finish downloading because, you know, EA sucks. All right, everybody. Until next time, peace out.